This is Audible.
Blue Nose Audio presents
Butcher and Blackbird.
Written by Bryn Weaver.
Narrated by Lucy Rivers
and Joe Arden.
Content and trigger warnings. As much as Butcher and Blackbird is a dark romantic comedy and will hopefully make you laugh through the madness,
it's still dark.
Please, read responsibly. If you have questions about this list, please don't hesitate to contact me at brynweaverbooks.com or on one of my social media platforms. I'm most active on Instagram and TikTok. Eyeballs and eye sockets.
Amateur surgery.
Skin ornaments.
Chainsaws, axes, knives, scalpels.
A
lot of sharp
objects. Accidental cannibalism.
Not so accidental cannibalism.
Questionable use of a mummified corpse.
Lobotomized manservant.
Ill-advised use of kitchen implements. I'm sorry about the cookies and cream ice cream. I'm not really.
Detailed sex scenes, which include, but are not limited to cockwarming, rough sex, praise kink, anal, adult toys, choking, spitting, dom-sub interactions, genital piercings.
References to parental neglect and child abuse.
Parental loss not depicted.
References to child sexual assault, not in detail.
It's a book about serial killers, so there's some generally messed up murder and chaos. Dedication.
For those of you who read the trigger warnings and said, "Accidental cannibalism? Count me in," this one's for you.
That lesson suggests that in the end, we can only find peace in our human lives by accepting the will of the universe. Stephen King, Pet Sematary. Prologue. On a handwritten note. Butcher and Blackbird. Annual August Showdown. 7 days. Tiebreaker by rock, paper, scissors. Best of 5. Winner takes the Forest Phantom.
1. Ichi-go. Ichi-e. Sloane. Being a serial killer who kills serial killers is a great hobby. Until you find yourself locked in a cage for 3 days, with a dead body in the Louisiana summer, with no air conditioning. I glare at the fly-riddled corpse laying beyond the locked door of my cage. The buttons of Albert Briscoe's shirt strain against the bloat of his distended green-gray stomach. His moving stomach, the thin skin undulating over the gases and maggots that chew through the flesh beneath. The stench of decay, the buzz of insects, the smell of shit and piss that have vacated his body, it's fucking revolting. And I'm not squeamish, but I have standards. I prefer my corpses fresh. I just want to take my trophies and stage my scene and go, not hang around and watch as they liquefy. As if on cue, there's a quiet tearing sound, like wet paper ripping apart. No. I can almost hear Albert from beyond the grave.
Yes.
Oh, no, no, no.
It's happening. This is for killing me, you fucking bitch.
The skin splits open, and a white mass of maggots tumbles out like little orzo pastas, except a significant number of those pastas are crawling toward me at a glacial pace, looking for a quiet place to complete the next stage of their maggoty life cycle. Jesus fucking Christ! I scooch on my bum across the grimy stone floor of my cage to curl myself into a ball. My forehead presses to my knees until my brain aches. I start to hum, in the hope I'll drown out the sounds that are suddenly too loud around me. My melody grows louder and louder until my chapped lips start to form the occasional word. No one here can love or understand me. Blackbird, bye-bye. I hum and sing until the words fade away and the melody too. I renounce my wicked